Do I have volume? Sorry. Welcome, live viewers. Welcome, replay viewers, to my broadcast with sound. I am simulcasting on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope, all with the username Tiffany TLC Music, all one word, all my own music. Mostly modern American folk, except one song that was written for me, similar style though. Hi Molly, hi Wesley, how are you doing? Molly, how was your surgery? Why do I keep getting calls supposedly from Sears? How was your surgery? Wait a minute, congratulations, I've received 100 messages. Hi, wow, there are a lot of people on Periscope. Koi, I've been thinking about you all day, Molly, wondering how it went. Bunch of other people hopped on. But welcome if you are new. I hope you like the music. I hope you consider following. That's great, Wesley. I'm glad to hear that. It went okay. All right. That's good. That's good. That's not great. Like, it went great, but then I guess, like, what would that look like? You heard a bit, but you're home. That's good. Are you guys hearing? Testing. Wow, that was weird. I was hearing some weird feedback. Thanks for inviting followers. I remember when I went into minor surgery, I got scared. I got really scared and stressed out. 2:00. Wow. That's a long time. Sometimes it takes forever for them to even get started, right? They get you in there in the morning and you can't eat, and so you're sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. Everyone else as well is wonderful. That's great. So, anyway, I'm thinking I'm getting on late because we spent a lot of time looking for stuff this afternoon and buying stuff for our puppy. Wesley, have you seen our puppy? We don't have him yet, but we're going to get him Monday. George. His name is George. We named him George. Georgie. He's a golden doodle, gorgeous golden doodle puppy. We're so excited. Sip of water. We found these really, really good quality harnesses that come with a thing that you can stick onto the seatbelt, so that we'll be able to have him with us. Hopefully we bought some treats too for the purpose of the harness installation. Puppy! Puppies are happy things. I'm really getting the hang of that notion. Hi BLK Hulk 90. So I had in mind income inequality. It was long ago. When in doubt, wait. I know we just did that one not too long ago, and train, but I personally could use when in doubt, wait, because I've been having to coach myself to wait on stuff lately a lot. But I'm happy if there's another song, Molly, that you could use, to do that too. I think no matter what, I think I'll start with income inequality. Hi Perth, welcome. You know what I didn't do? I open up YouTube so I can see what's happening there. Aww. Big Lou to the rescue. That's great. Relaxed kitties. There's nothing much more comforting than that. Oh, the fight song. Persist. Okay. I'll do that one. I could use that one too. Actually, I'm wondering, hey. Yeah, I'll do that one. In fact, I might do that one instead of train. Oh, what'd you think of the Persist? I think it's Persist. Or I think so. I think so. I'm pretty sure. It's the Sisters and Brothers, that one that starts that way, kind of bluesy. Yes. Cool. I'll do that one. What did you think of the debate? I was stressed in a different way. I was stressed because Trump was less concerning, hence I thought perhaps more appealing to certain others. Belly up, aw. I don't know if you saw, I took and posted a picture of our cat, Oliver, belly up on the floor and said, he's enjoying his last days. It is persist. Okay. Sip of water. All right, maybe we'll end with that one. Is that a good one to end on? I'm thinking I'll start with income inequality. And income inequality is an issue that's grown over the years. Some parts of the world more than others, some countries more than others. There's also income inequality across the world between different regions and countries, of course. And there's some real unexpected negatives across the board. I know. But the part of me that was scared seeing him be so scary, I guess, was relieved. Like I felt less of that kind of fear and more of the kind of fear that I felt with Pence, like somewhere in between, because with Pence, it's like he's very reasonable sounding, he's very calm. And then you think, oh, wow, he might be compelling to certain people. And then you get nervous about that aspect. But I think I prefer that kind of fear. Hi, White Stripe, how are you doing? Good to see you. How's it been going? You are in somewhere in Europe, right? I can't remember. Belgium? No. Where are you? Must be very late or very early, actually, there, wherever you are. The Netherlands with COVID. Yes. What? Did you tell me that before? You have COVID? Did you tell me that before? It was quite scary, yeah. Yeah, in its own way, right? I mean, the first one was scary in one way. Yes, you did tell me. I know I had somebody tell me recently. Anyway, wow. So how are you doing? Are you one of the people with mild symptoms? Has it been hard? How long have you had it? If you want to share any or all of that. I know it can go all over the place. Everything can look fine, and then 14 days in again, and then it can look fine, and then you can have months and months of issues. All right, let's do income inequality. Yes, right. Not as effective. Not as chest area feels like there's more pressure on. I'm so sorry. Oh. Okay, auto mod. What? Oh, very uncomfy feeling. So my auto mod had held your message because of the spelling of uncomfy. I'm gonna let it through. I'm so sorry. That's really scary and stressful. Yeah. Gosh, I don't know what more to say about that, because there's nothing more you can really. Let's see. There's really no words of comfort, because we don't know how it'll go, right? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong song. I was like, something is very, very wrong. Oh my gosh. Okay, there it is. 3rd fret. Hi, Wesley, you're watching on Facebook. Yeah. Permitted term, uncomfy. That's so funny. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I'll be thinking of you and hoping that. Let me ask you one other question. I think the thing that would reassure me the most, or kind of concern me the most, or have a better sense of your overall situation, and it's easy to type out, is just how long have you had it? Oh, Molly, you're so lucky. That's really great. I don't worry about that. I feel like you're well cared for, it seems like. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Income. I will check. I will check comments on the other side. So don't worry. I have a thing where I can see all the comments going back to the beginning. So, income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality from income inequality. We must break free. The irony that's plain fantasy in studies of a rich countries is that income equality helps even the most wealthy with better public health from A to Z. For income equality can set us all free. From income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality. From income inequality, we must break free. By nearly every measure we can read, from trust to obesity, mental health to life expectancy, all are better off we see. Even the most wealthy, for income equality can set us all free. From income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality. From income inequality, we must break free. And with research we can see, without financial worry, people volunteer, really create higher quality with greater ingenuity. For income equality can set us all free. From income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality. From income inequality, we must break free. But then we would be surprised to see better fruit from an apple tree growing in the shade, punished so it will obey. People are the same we know today. For income equality can set us all free. From income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality. From income inequality, we must break free. It's not about what he deserves. There's a reason for every single swerve. When people falter, they're in need. The solution is recovery. Help to be all we can be. For income equality can set us all free. From income inequality, full of corrosivity, resentment building sea to sea, creating instability, war and criminality. From income inequality, we must break free. Thanks for the hearts. Just imagine the possibilities with innovation flowing freely and without the massive waste we see from tracking time and money and punishing those in need. For income equality can set us all free. Hi Exit, thanks for inviting followers. Hi, how are you doing today? So that was my song, Income Inequality, Exit. I'm not sure if you've heard that or not, but I just finished that one up. Thanks for the super hearts. Those are so fancy. Are those like a lot more expensive than the regular ones? I haven't quite worked my way over to those. But they're so fancy. They're so cool looking. Little gifts and all kinds of things I've seen people do. But yeah, so yeah, income inequality is very troubling, more so than I think people realize. And what surprised me about all the studies compiled, you've heard it before. You've heard it before, I know, right? Yes, you've heard it before. I'm glad you like it. I wrote at least one blog post about this topic, and I just felt like, I just really, sometimes I want to write songs to coach myself. Sometimes I want to write songs because I feel like there's a problem that people don't really know about as much as I would like, and sometimes they're counterintuitive. Like, one of the big thrusts of this is just this idea that the studies, one of the more surprising features of the studies is that if you live in Equality Trust compiled all these studies. Oh, good. Okay, cool. You heard some of it. Oh, you've heard it too. Oh, good. Is this idea that if for people who live in wealthy countries, so this is like everybody's standard of living is to a certain level, the inequality in those countries, okay, so if you compare unequal wealthy countries with equal wealthy countries, more equal versus less equal, people across the board in the less equal countries suffer on almost every measure of public health, from obesity, mental health, you name it. There's more crime, there's more this, there's more that. Like, across the income spectrum, even the wealthy people are worse off in those less equal wealthy countries. Really, really interesting, and it makes so much sense. There's so many reasons for that. I think, like, one reason is just we're empathic. We're naturally empathic at some level, and so it hurts us to see other people hurting. And then there's like, and Molly, I know you're kidding, but and then it also makes sense because there's so much instability in a country where there's poverty. There's so much, it's not sustainable. So people are suffering, and so there's more crime and whatever. And then everybody else is stressed out about that, even if they're not themselves in poverty. They are stressed maybe about their own safety. They're stressed on behalf of the people, and they're stressed for themselves because of the instability. So it makes sense to me. But I think it's still counterintuitive at some level. I was like, wow, that's interesting. Sip of water. So, once they enter the job market, they find out different. I see what you're saying. Right. Because of feminism, the younger generation thinks that there's no discrimination, but they find out quickly that there is. Yes, so true. And that, it's so interesting you mentioned that because, well, I don't know if I want to get all into it, but I was realizing that talking to my niece who's like 19 about an issue that concerns her, and I was like, wow, my mom and I were talking about it. It's like, we can't relate because our generation was concerned about X. It's kind of like my mom's generation was concerned about making sure there was, proving the point that women don't need to just, right, totally. No, don't need to, or it's kind of proving the point that women can work outside the home, right? My generation was like, oh, we've already proved that point, and so we now can just choose. And her generation kind of reacted to that with some discomfort, like, well, that seems like, no, you've got to, and we were like, well, look, you've proven we can, and so we're going to make our choices. But it seemed dangerous to kind of her generation because it's like, well, you don't want to yield any ground. Like, if you choose to stay home, then you're sending the wrong signal or whatever. And I think people of her generation, women of her generation, felt that they couldn't afford that. It was like, it had to be like, no, we can, and we do work outside the home. Like, that's it. And so, and then I'm talking to my niece who's 20 years younger than me, 30 years younger than me, and finding that she's kind of like, oh, well, that's kind of already a done thing, and now I'm looking at this. And it's like, oh, I find myself like, no, you can't give up on that fight. You don't understand, that's not firm ground, Hi, Manu. Hi, BG, 22BG. I'll just tell you, she was talking about gender neutrality and how, and I was asking her like, well, cause she has a lot of friends and herself that are thinking about that. And I was exploring like, why do you think people choose that? And obviously sometimes there's chromosomal reasons and stuff that people decide, hey, you know what, I'm not this gender that I was born with or born and assigned that. But in some cases, I was hearing some videos she sent me that it seemed like there were women who were kind of like, you know what, I don't want to be associated with female stereotypes, so therefore I'm going to dissociate myself with being female at all. And I was like, ooh, I want us to still fight to expand what it means to be female, what your options are as a female. And I feel nervous and sad about giving up on that, not that I can blame them, may not be a fight that's gonna, okay, so what is that called? Is that they, and do you use they, them pronouns? Or is that something else altogether? What's the lingo? And what are the pronouns? Yes. Okay, so I've been calling you she the whole time. Is that a problem? Shoot. They, them. So do you want me to try to do that on here? Because it's so interesting you're bringing this up, because I had a discussion with my niece and it was like, sure, okay. It sounds like you're not, like she was saying she's not offended by she. My niece was saying that. And she wants to keep it secret from certain people I know. Okay. So what if I mess up? See, because you have a female sounding name, that will be interesting to see if I can do that. I will tell my niece, because my niece has been worried that I'm not going to have practice. And here's the thing, because I said, I'm really not up for, you're not either, kind of used to it, I bet. Yeah, well, that kind of comes with the territory. I think too, if you have a female sounding name or male sounding name, and you present as female or male, you probably are getting misgendered all the time. What was I going to say? Yeah, so my issue with going with they, them with my niece is that she wants to keep it secret from 90% of the people. Okay. Now, most of the time I'm talking to you directly, so I probably would not be referring to you. But when a new person comes on, I will try to do that. That's good practice. The challenge that I had with my niece was that, and this was, I'm not alone, my mom feels this way and others, is that, look, I can't, 90% of the people that she would want me to refer to, or that I would be talking to about her, she doesn't want them to know. And I would be, and then some people she would and some people she wouldn't. And I often talk about her on Facebook. So I was like, I can barely wrap I have a hard time, because they can be a plural as well. So I have a hard time already if I'm now also trying to guess who knows and who doesn't. And then I'm on Facebook and some people expect to hear they, them, and some people expect to hear she. I'd be at a total loss. And so she totally understood that. And so, because I can't, my brain can't do both. Like it's too hard. But with you, nobody else I know knows you. Well, except my family, because I've talked about how much I like having you on. And I'll call you, I'll try to call you they, them with them now. Hi, Dr. Nasamba. Yeah, you do confuse some folks. Fair. All right. Well, that's cool. But I don't know if you can understand what my concern was, and that's probably not applicable in your case, and it's clearly not applicable in a lot of people's cases, but my mom, when she heard that Holly was thinking of going with those pronouns, and she's a lesbian and she fought a lot of battles. And her generation was like, okay, women don't work inside the home. And then I came along and was like, oh, well, we can, because you've already made it sure that we can choose. Okay, that's cool. And Holly's generation is like, well, some of them, some of the people that she knows who go with they, them. That's funny. Go with it because it's like, well, I don't want to be associated with, I don't want the expectations to be that I have to dress a certain way or act a certain way. And then I feel kind of sad that it's like, well, if that's the only reason, I feel I respect that, but I feel sad that we've so screwed up the female pronouns and all the stereotypes that come with them, that somebody feels like even if they feel physically female, that they have to say, hey, I don't want to be associated with the female pronoun. And that saddens me as somebody who has fought to expand what being female can mean. Now, if somebody truly doesn't identify physically with being female or male, then I don't have that issue, right? So anyway, at a meta level, this was all just to point out, like, each generation has its own, they accept certain things as a given and take it for granted, and then the next generation is like, oh, well, that's already firmed up, and you're like, no, you don't take things for granted. Anyway, it's kind of an extension of that anyway. Okay, I think we've probably lost. It can be a bit confusing thing, especially one other pet peeve, then I'll sing. I'm bummed that we can't have a gender neutral pronoun. Like, all the communities we went to visit, intentional communities, and they had the word, they used a word co, like co-ed, for everything, to replace he, him, she, her, across the board. They use co. And I love that because it's for singular, known or unknown people. The thing with they is we do use it singular, but it's with unknown people. In the past, it's been with unknown people. Someone left their umbrella in the hall. So we're dealing with this yins. Oh my God. Really? And people know that enough? Because there's another, like Z, I've heard. Anyway, let's do a song because it is late. Oh my gosh. We're going to do Persist, but should we try to fit in anything else? Yeah, I want to do When in Doubt, Wait, and then we'll do Persist. And I won't try to do my other song because we got to talking. But this is good. This will give me an opportunity to practice. Holly will be thrilled because she was really worried. Oh, you're not going to have an opportunity to practice if you're not using it with me and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I know I will. It's just a matter of time before there's somebody I know that's full-time going by it, and I will commit to mastering it. What the hell am I looking for? When in doubt. There it is. When I'm almost there. No, I'm confused. There it is. Okay. And so now I have an opportunity to practice. All right, here we go. That's so interesting. It's so interesting. It's funny how little communities can do that, and they understand what they're saying, but nobody else out of that knows what they're talking about. Like, I thought, oh, co must be a word. No, just that in these intentional communities. More than one of them, by the way, but I've never heard of it otherwise. Except in like the word co-ed or something, but that doesn't really count. So this is a song about waiting, not jumping in. It's much easier, I have found, to get into things than to get out of them. Like this comes up when you're like volunteering, or maybe when you're upset and you're stressed or whatever, and it's like maybe you're not being fully rational, so you want to wait till you calm down. Maybe you haven't figured out all the pros and cons. And so I wrote a song to remind myself of when I want to wait. Yeah, so just wait. All right. Oh, wait, let's do this a little bit farther down. Somewhere along the line, my daddy told me, when in doubt, don't is the best policy. And as time went by, more and more I could see couldn't be sure was for sure the way for me. So I said, when in doubt, don't. When in doubt, wait. When you take your time, your choice will be great. I found getting in was easier than getting out. So I'd best say no when I had any doubt. So I said, when in doubt, please don't. When in doubt, wait. When you take your time, your choice will be great. And when I take time to calm my reptilian brain, I can hear my wise neocortex once again. So I say, when in doubt, don't. When in doubt, wait. When you take your time, your choice will be great. Plus, spotting all the pros and cons I can find. And connecting all the dots, it takes time. So I say, when in doubt, please don't. When in doubt, wait. When you take your time, your choice will be great. Well, for years now, I've applied this theory and enjoy the benefits repeatedly. So I still say, when in doubt, don't. When in doubt, wait. When you take your time, your choice will be great. Yeah, I say, when in doubt, don't. When in doubt, wait. When you take your time, your choice will be great. When you take your time, your choice will be great. Thanks for the hearts. Hi there, welcome. I'm not sure I want to read that username. What? Oh, like this? No dancing? Aw. Oh, it's so cute. Big Lou. I want to meet Big Lou. Do you have pictures of Big Lou on your yes. Oh, we took, I think I did mention that we took a picture and posted it of our cat Oliver. He always is like in the middle of the floor, just like, and I'm like, God, that's gonna end. It's gonna end. No more of that. I hope he's at least hangs around the house with a puppy. Not gonna let that happen. My husband's actually a little more worried about the puppy than the cat. It's one of the reasons we wanted the robust dog. I think I might have said that earlier some other time. So let's do persist. Oh, did you win? I think you told me that a long time ago, right? How did I not see that? Oh, or did I? Did I see it a long time ago? Was it weeks and weeks ago, possibly? Let me see. My friend sent me a thing. I voted. Okay, I shouldn't do this. I should not do this. So I don't see it. So that's my music one. I don't see it on there. Did you send it on my other Twitter? Did I not get it because I feel like we did this weeks ago. Okay. And I think I might have told you that I did finally get it. So yeah. I don't know the deal. But I do feel like I did see it. I think we figured this out somehow. Let me see. What? Write a message? Oh my Lord. Wow. Okay. It must be my music account. Yeah. Maybe send it again and send it on, you could send it on Facebook Messenger. I'm more likely to see it on Facebook Messenger because I don't. Handsome orange guy. That's right. Yeah. Send it on Facebook Messenger, or either that, or if you post a pic of him on you can send me a link to that, like if you put it on your Facebook page. Anyway, let's do Persist. Yeah, I almost thought of singing that one last night because with the debate and everything. But by the way, for those who do not know, you spiked his head hair. Oh no! For the picture? Oh my God, that's so cute. For those of you who do not know, welcome, Julio. It's your first day on Periscope. Welcome. That's so funny. That's cute. For those of you who do not know, this song, Persist, it's open to interpretation. Could be about whatever. I happen to write it to keep myself going on my political activism, but it could be about just anything you want to persist with that's difficult. And it's kind of got some empathy in there about things being hard, and you just want to keep going. So I think that's a good one. I'm so glad your surgery went well, Molly. Oof. I hope it's not horrible healing. I'm guessing they had to cut pretty deep. She's a rebel. So Big Lou, is Big Lou a she? Now I assumed was a he. But I guess it could be short for like Louise or something. You're hurt, but okay. All right, well, we want you to persist, so we're going to sing this. It's a dude. So who, but you said she's a rebel. Says does. No, that's not right. Oh, I have this, shouldn't have the capo on. It's like, something's wrong. I'm a rebel. Yeah. I'm an undercover rebel. Sisters and brothers, well, I know it's been hard. I know you are weary, maybe even scarred, but just look what we've done. Let love lead the way. We've made all of the difference, so we'll continue this way. Yes, we will act, we will resist, we will persist. Every day we exist, 'cause when we act, when we resist, when we persist, I know, you know, we know we've got this. When we stand for love and empathy for all, you know, we find solutions that help everyone stand tall. And when we do it together now, standing side by side, virtually, leaning on each other now, we are up for the ride. So yes, we every day we exist. 'Cause when we act, when we resist, when we persist, I know, you know, we know we've got this. When every single one of us does something each day, yeah, to make the world more fair, and does it in their own way, big or small, we value it all. 'Cause when we include everyone, we rise, we rise, we rise like the sun. So yes, we will act, we will resist, we will persist every day we exist. 'Cause when we act, when we resist, when we persist, I know, you know, we know we've got this. Yeah, I know, you know, we know we've got this. That's a perfect post-surgery and a perfect post-debate affirmation, right? Hi, Alia, welcome. Oh, I see you're typing. Oh, thank you so much for the hearts. And it was just a stretch. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Our Olivers, like, I just don't understand that level of relaxation. I've never experienced it. I don't remember ever experiencing it. Just like, oh, just like, I can't, I'm trying to convey just how relaxed I feel. I have to like do extra things to just I know, I do too. You know, and we've all seen, I'm sure you've seen more than your fair share of very stressed out cats. You know, it doesn't come with being a cat. If you're not being cared for, obviously it can be the opposite. A lot of stress, or living on the street, feral cats, a lot of stress. It's not a given. So I kind of feel proud of our caring, you know, our caretaking to the extent, both of ours, to the extent that we have a Limp Biscuit, a cat. I do feel sad that he's not going to be that carefree now with Puppy, with George. I don't think. Could be wrong. Maybe we could find him an up high place. They're loved and safe. That's it. That's what everybody needs, to be loved and safe. I'm so glad you're loved and safe, Molly. That's so important. Cat tree. We thought about cat trees are so ugly. It just wouldn't fit in our house, but I know our cat would probably really appreciate that. We'll look into it. Yes. It's a good thing. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, Molly, and others live and replay wherever you are watching. Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. I hope you consider following if you're not already. I hope you consider coming on live when you can. You're welcome. Thanks, Molly. I'm realizing since I don't refer to you often, I might really forget that. So we'll see how it goes. You can feel free to remind me. I don't know if you feel that strongly about it. The they, them. Because I'm realizing, I guess the only time I would be referring to you is when somebody else comes on and I say, this is my friend Molly. So I might. Anyway. Thanks for being with me. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your night. Keep recovering well, Molly, and hopefully I will see you soon. Have a great weekend. I come on most weekdays between, I try 5:15 and 6 p.m. Pacific time, more or less. Yay. Yeah, so I hope to see you on when you can come on and hang out with me, or I'm also happy to have you on replays. Bye, everyone. Bye, Molly.